All right, it's technically July now, and it means it's time for another Q&A video. Um, Apparently, you guys aren't sick of these yet, so I'm just gonna keep doing them. I actually did get a lot of really good questions this time. A lot of times I've been getting a lot of the same questions just repeated, but I just did a little look through all like the 30 or so questions that I got, and a lot of them were different and pretty cool. So um, I don't think I deleted any on this one because, like, usually I'll delete ones that I've answered like 40 times, but they all seem pretty good. So I'll just start off at the beginning. Chris asks, "Why won't John Mayer stop? I've been wondering the same damn thing for years. Probably because he's still making money, and people just eat that shit up, and I really don't know why. He's a puss. I fucking hate him, but he is a really good guitar player. I'll give him that. But I still think he's a giant douche." Michael asks, "When do you plan on recording Little Chaos songs again?" I don't know. My money level and my inspiration level and my I don't know, that they have to both be really high because I definitely have to get more like a new recording software and all that type of shit, and then I also just have to have the inspiration to do it. Like I haven't written my own songs in a couple years now, and I haven't really wanted to either. I mean, it just hasn't been something I felt like doing. Um, Sam asks if I've ever been to Ireland. I've actually never even been out of the country, so no. But I'd go. Why not? He also asks, "Do I like Irish trad music?" I assume you mean traditional music. I don't really know any, to be honest. I mean, you could always leave a suggestion or something. I can check it out. Um, Wyatt asks, "Just put a new pickup in. How can I tell if it's working?" Plug it into an amp. It's the only thing I can really think of. I don't know. If it sounds something like that, I suppose you're doing a pretty good job. Um, Diaz Eddie asks, "How do you tell a girl that you have feelings for? I'm just worried that she'll put me in the friend zone. Plus, I've known her for about a year. And what would I do in your situation?" Um, I'd just tell her, to be honest. That's usually my way of doing it. I mean, if you sit around and just hope that she's eventually gonna uh, say something to you first, it's probably not gonna happen because most girls do not work that way at all. Um, Girls definitely like to definitely like a guy that um, is assertive. At least a lot of them are, and they want to feel like you know you're gonna put in the effort to at least say something. But you never know what she's gonna say in return, especially if you know her for that long already. She might have already just gotten so used to you as a friend. I mean, you never know, but there's no way of really knowing until you say something. So I would just go out and just say it. Maybe write her something, tell her how you really feel, um, because sometimes it's just hard to get everything out that you want to get out, and sometimes it's just easier to write it all down and possibly rewrite it like 4 or 5 times. You never know. It's not it's not something I haven't done. I've done it before. Um, Katie asks, uh, if you were an ice cream flavor, which one would you be? And feel free to add toppings. I thought about this one a little bit. If I was personally a flavor, I would probably be something with like kind of a plain like vanilla or chocolate outside, but then like a gooey surprise on the inside because you know I'm kind of most people that don't really know me that well probably don't think I'm that great, to be honest. But I think once you get to know me, I'm pretty cool. Like a lot of people at work or anything like have no idea that I play guitar. There's plenty of people that don't, but the ones like when they find out, they're like, "Oh, that's really cool." Or when they find out that like I've never drank before or anything like that, same thing. They're just like, "Oh, that's really great," whatever. Um, so I definitely think I'm something with a surprise in the middle, maybe like a fudge ripple or something. I don't know. And then I guess if I had a topping, um, probably some sort of nut because I am a little nuts. But I probably wouldn't be like a peanut or something because that's really boring. So I'm probably more like a walnut because walnuts are a little more. I don't even know what to say, but they're a little. They're just better than peanuts. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Let's see. Brandon asks, "What's your favorite and least favorite song from Blink?" I know I've definitely answered that one before, and the whole Blink family. Favorite song is probably Not Now. Sometimes it's Going Away to College. It depends how I feel. Least favorite, probably still Strings. I really don't like that one. I also really don't like Fighting the Gravity very much. Boxcar Racer, my favorite song. I don't fucking know. It's really hard to pick. I mean, some days it's Watch the World, some days it's And I, some days it's There Is. So that one's hard. Least favorite is My First Punk Song. I'm not a big fan of that one. For Plus 44, my favorite song. That's a hard one too. Probably 155. I really like that one. Least favorite. There's an interlude on that album, right? I'm pretty sure there is. I'd probably go with that one. But if I didn't go with that one, if I went like with an actual song, yeah, there's an interlude. I don't know. I'd probably go with I don't know, either Weatherman or Little Death. But I mean, I still do like them a lot. So I don't know. If I could pick one, I'd probably go with the interlude though. For Angels and Airwaves, my favorite song. It's another thing like Boxcar Racer. Some days it's The Adventure. Some days it's Soul Survivor. Some days it's Saturday Love, or Love Like Rockets. You know, I've got a few different favorites. Least favorite song. I'm not a big fan of Clever Love. I really don't like Epic Holiday that much. Let's see. That Jumping Rooftops thing is stupid. The Star of Bethlehem like intro is kind of dumb and pointless. Oh, I've completely forgot one. I do not like Anxiety at all. I do not like that song. I think it's just really not very good. So, that's pretty much my answers for that one. Alex asks, how often do you trim the bush? Good one. I don't know. I guess it depends if I have a lady friend or not. If I don't, I don't know, maybe like once a month or something. But that's only because it gets annoying for me. I don't know. If I do have a lady friend, you know, maybe more often than that. Nathan asks, what one guitar do you regret selling? Probably my Explorer. You've probably seen it in some of my older videos and pictures. It was a really nice guitar. I honestly don't even remember why I sold it. I think I sold it just so I could I think I sold it so I could get an SG, my second SG, but I don't remember. And I ended up just selling that too. But I would definitely get another SG, or not SG, Explorer. But I would try to get a natural one. My phone's going off. But they don't make like assembly line Explorers this year or something. I think they stopped either this year or last year. They'll probably pick it back up in a year or two or something. I don't know. But I see a couple on eBay every now and then. From what I've been reading and noticing a lot about natural guitars, as opposed to like something with a finish on it, or like a color paint. The ones without the paint on it typically sound a bit brighter, have a little bit more bite. So I think that'd be a lot cooler. Sam O'Neill says, exactly how many dogs would you fuck for this guitar? And it was a guitar that I posted a couple days ago of a Les Paul Custom in black. I would fuck all of the dogs for that guitar. Yo. I'd sell my soul for that guitar. Arome, I don't know how to say your name. Are you into bands such as Title Fight? No, I've never listened to them. As well as the 90s post-hardcore genre. I never really listened to much stuff in the 90s. Like, for 90s music, I was pretty much listening to, like, a lot of, like, foreign metal and stuff like that. So I never really got into a lot of that type of stuff. Aaron asks, my favorite and least favorite New Found Glory albums. My favorite is definitely Sticks and Stones. That was just the first album I started listening to, but every song on that album is perfect. And least favorite, I'd probably have to go with their first one. I don't even remember what the hell it's called. Nothing Gold Can Stay. For obvious reasons. I mean, it's just not very good sounding, and I don't know. I mean, if they redid the songs, I'm sure I would like them a lot more. Like, I think Twos and Threes was a pretty cool song. The original version of Hit or Miss sounds really bad. But, yeah, what do you expect? Most bands' first albums aren't very good. Warren asks, do you like the 335 or the 339 better? I'm really pretty biased towards Gibson in general. I'm assuming that you're meaning my 335 and 339. Since the 339 is an Epiphone, I mean, it doesn't have that great a quality to it. I mean, it's a nice guitar for sure, but I mean, you can just tell, like, the craftsmanship is a lot better on the Gibson. But it is really old, the 335, and it does need some work done. I'm actually going to try to bring it to my guitar guy tomorrow and get, like, the neck straightened. I need... might do something with the frets because some of them are worn out pretty bad. Might do a couple other things if he suggests it. But I do like the feeling of the smaller one a bit better. So it's about this size, which is nice. Instead of, like, if I was playing the fucking 335, I'd be up here. And it is a big guitar, but I mean, like, standing up, it feels really great. And I definitely like the neck on that one a lot more. So, I mean, they both have nice things about them. If I tried a Gibson 339, I wouldn't be surprised if I liked that one better. So, I don't know. Tony asks, who's the one person, living or dead, that I'd want to meet? That's a hard one. Damn. I really don't know. Let me think about it while I jam. I mean, obviously, I'd like to meet Mark Hoppus or Tom DeLonge. I mean, I think meeting Travis would be kind of boring, to be honest. So either of them would be cool. I'd love to meet Hayley Williams. I mean, that's another obvious one. She's fucking sexy as hell. And she's a great singer, so... Either any of them would be great. So, that'd be cool. Let's see. Daniel asks, do I listen to Teenage Bottle Rocket? No. Some of my friends do, I think. I think my friend Tim does, but I'm not sure. Timmy asks, another question that I've probably gotten 48 times. Do you like A Day to Remember? No. If so, what's your favorite song? I don't. And if you don't, why don't you? I've only heard a couple songs, and I thought they sucked really bad. I think one of them, like the main one, was like the Downfall of Us All or something. I thought the beginning was just so stupid. Two, I'm pretty snobbish, I guess, when it comes to music. Like, a band's really gotta show me something to like. I mean, like, it could be anything, but none of the songs I've heard from them, and I have given them a chance, have struck a chord with me at all. I just haven't liked anything. I don't think the singer's that great. The guitars were boring, and it was just really generic with, like, breakdowns and shit, and the gang vocals. I thought it was stupid. So sorry if I'm offending anybody, but they just don't do it for me. Gage says, first off, you got me into New Found Glory with that recent cover. Thanks for that. No problem. New Found Glory is pretty awesome. And what's your favorite tuning to play in? Um, Probably drop D. I do like drop D a lot. It's a really cool structure to play with. Right now I'm in just standard, but drop D is really fun. Oh God, can't say that name. Geomil or Jamil? I don't know. Sorry. Do you like more bluesy rock guitarists like Hendrix, Frusciante, Stevie Ray Vaughan? They're not bad. I mean, I just typically don't listen to a lot of type of stuff like that. If I'm listening to like a guitar player, just like specifically just for the guitars, like I listen to like a lot of like shred type guitars, like Paul Gilbert. Um, and a lot of them I don't really like that much. Like Steve Vai's kind of boring, and other ones like that. Yngwie's pretty cool. He's got a lot of cool licks. But I mean, I don't dislike those guitarists you mentioned, but I mean, they never. It's not something I usually go out of my way to listen to, but I'll listen to them. I mean, it's not bad or anything. One of my top 3 favorite punk albums. I'm gonna just assume like you mean punk or pop punk or anything like that. So I'm gonna pretty much just say pop punk albums. Um, Definitely got to put Sticks and Stones from New Found Glory on there. I can't really consider Blink's self-titled album a pop punk album, so I'm gonna go with Take Off Your Pants and Jacket for that one. And then, boy, I'm having a hard time thinking either like The Starting Line or Yellow Card, because I love both of them. I'm just looking at my CD collection right now, trying to see if I can think of anything. Oh God, All Killer No Filler is really great too. So any of those 3 kind of tied. For Starting Line, I'd go with their second album. What is it? Fuck is it called? Based on a True Story. I do like that one a lot. And for Yellow Card, I would probably go with Ocean Avenue. So any of those. Okay, let's see. Wyatt asks, how do you think the new Blink album will sound? Probably pretty similar to Dogs Eating Dogs, to be honest. Probably a little bit of synthesizer in there. Probably some guitar riffs that really aren't that great. I mean, he hasn't really written any cool guitar riffs, except for maybe like Natives in quite a while. So, I don't know, something like that. Max asks, what are some of my favorite instrumental songs? That's a pretty good question. And what was the first album I ever bought with my own money? I don't remember if it was with my own money or not, but when I was like 6 or 7, I asked my dad to buy me Man of War's Louder Than Hell, and I still have it over there. Just picture a 6-year-old, or like 7, I was around 7, listening to stuff like this. I was pretty badass. So yeah, that was the first album that I either bought or asked my dad to buy me or something. I don't remember if I actually bought it. But my favorite instrumental songs, Rush has some really great ones. I really like. I mean, YYZ is obvious, but I like La Villa Strangiato a lot more. It's like 9 minutes long. It's really great. Hammerfall's got some really cool ones, just like fast metal. If I had to pick like a specific one, I'd probably go with a newer one called Something for the Ages, which is really cool. I Am Abomination has this newer song that they did called Fire Eater, which is a really cool instrumental. And I do like instrumental songs a lot too. Let's see. That's the only ones I can really think off the top of my head right now. Okay, Henry asks about 47 questions, at least it looks like, which is fine. What other instruments do you want to learn? I mean, I wouldn't mind learning like piano or drums or something, but I don't know. I gotta find the motivation for that. I'm a fan of indie rock, pop, like indie acts in general. Like Two Door Cinema Club, Said the Whale, and Someone Still Loves You. Boris Yeltsin, I don't know. I don't really listen to a lot of type of music like that. I mean, I'm open to suggestions, I guess. Non-music related question for his third question, which is cool. What other YouTube channels do you like other than music ones? Well, let's head over to my my YouTube page and take a look. Subscriptions. All right, here we go. I just subscribed to a channel that's been uploading Hell's Kitchen episodes because I've been addicted to fucking Gordon Ramsay lately. Let's see, music. I do have a lot of music ones. This what was I gonna say? Yeah, a lot of them are music ones. A bunch of them are like music video game stuff where like guys will recreate video game songs. I know I've posted them on my page a few times. A lot of them are like that, like Artificial Fear, Metal Daniel 03, stuff like that. Let's see, I follow How To Basic, that one's pretty funny. I follow Did You Know Gaming, that's a good one. Let's see, Syriac, he does like this really weird animation, which is pretty cool. Let's see, Super Guitar Bros, that one's pretty cool. They just cover like video game songs. Like one's a classical guitar player, one's just like an acoustic guitar player, and they do some really cool stuff. Bad Lip Reading is really funny. I did follow Game Grumps for months, and then it just crushed me that John left because it's not the same without him. It really isn't. They should have just did a whole new channel or a whole new series or something, you know, like, because they started with this other like Game Train or some bullshit with like two other guys, two at the same time, like with no warning at all. And John left to like work on his channel some more, I think, and they should have just like stopped Game Grumps and then just started like a different, like, not necessarily like a new channel, but like a different segment or something like that, you know. But I don't know. I followed this guy named Prisoner36. He made a lot of really funny Call of Duty videos, but he hasn't posted anything in God knows how long. Let me see. Over a year ago. He did a lot of just like really funny videos. Yeah, he hasn't posted in almost a year and a half. But if you like Call of Duty videos, these were pretty funny. I also follow this guy. I don't even know how to say it, but it's like the AWEME. But he does. It's called Man at Arms, and he does a lot of building of like swords and shit for from like video games and stuff like this. People request like what they want to see him build, and he builds it. It's really cool. What else? Oni NG does a lot of really funny videos. Ego Raptor does a lot of funny videos. Cinemassacre is great. Besides that, I mean, every other one's pretty much music, so that's about it. Alright, back to the questions. I think I got like 10 more. If you had the opportunity to make music with any member of Blink, which one would I do? Oh, God. Probably Tom. I just typically think that Tom's songs are a lot better than Mark's. I mean, like, if you compare, say, like, something like Ghosts on the Dance Floor to, like, MH4 13 or whatever the hell the name of that song was, the Mark Hoppus song on like Neighborhoods. I mean, the style of the song I just like a lot better, like Tom's style of songs. So I'd go with him. Dylan asks, "What's the population of the town you live in?" I think it's around like 10,000, something like that. Do you play piano? No. If not, do you want to learn? Sure. What will the new Blink album consist of? I have no idea. Hopefully something good, and hopefully it's them all in the same room together recording music, because we don't want another Neighborhoods where they're just also disconnected. Shane asks, what was the model of my PV amp? It was a Valve King half stack with a Valve King cab. It was like a slanted 4x12. Danny asks, who's the better songwriter out of Tom and Mark, and why do you think New Found Glory stayed together as a band for such a long time and Blink split up and got back together? I'd probably say Tom is the better songwriter, but I think they are definitely best when they're together. And I mean, New Found Glory probably stayed together better because they just, I mean, the whole thing that happened with Blink is like they wanted to keep touring and touring and touring, and like I'm pretty sure Tom just wanted to see his family, and they're like, oh, we just hit it really big again with a single in Australia, so we got to go tour out there now. And Tom was just burnt out, and they weren't really considerate of everybody, so it just screwed everything up. And I think New Found Glory are just they take better breaks and longer breaks and stuff like that, and they give each other time to do their own things. So like right now they're not really recording anything, but like Steve was just helping on like the Man Overboard album, and Jordan was doing like learning how to tattoo, and Chad has been doing his What's Eating Gilbert albums and touring with that. So I mean, they all have enough time to really do their own thing, so that's really important too. All right. Matthew asks, do you like a band called Breaking Benjamin? No. They're just crappy radio music. Sorry if you like them, but it's my opinion. Do I like Rise Against? They're alright. I mean, I don't listen to them, but I don't mind them. Colby asks, do you like any 80s bands like Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses? Motley Crue's alright. They've got a few good songs. I don't like Guns N' Roses, but I do like a lot of 80s music. Iron Maiden's really great. Rush was great in the 80s. What other 80s bands do I have? Van Halen was awesome in the 80s and late 70s. The Cars were another 70s, 80s. Oh yeah, I think he mentioned mostly just metal. No, he didn't specify metal. Scorpions had some good songs. Metallica was definitely best in the 80s. Megadeth has some cool stuff. Judas Priest was really great in the 80s. I got some other ones, but whatever. The Cult is cool. Accept was really great in the 80s. So, any of those. Danny asks, why is it that Jimmy World's new album feels like there's something missing? My problem with them is like they stopped doing like really cool riffs. Like you listen to Futures, and like every song just sounds awesome. Where the hell is it? Like this. That is a fucking cool riff, and they don't do anything like that anymore. It's just like, what the hell? You know, they got songs like Pain, or even older, they got like a praise chorus, The Middle, Sweetness, all awesome songs, and they like none of them sound like that anymore. And that's what I liked anyway. And I feel like they have just too much fucking acoustic guitar. Like I feel like almost every song has an acoustic guitar in the background, and it's completely unnecessary. It sounds like just radio music, you know. It just doesn't sound that good. And he also asks, are you into the band The Used? I think they have some cool songs. I never liked them. I think I heard like one or two songs, and I never really liked them. Lachlan Oliver asks, what are my thoughts on The Virtue? I assume that's a band. I don't know. I never listened to him. Never even heard of him. David asks, how do you feel about Steve leaving Sum 41? I wasn't really sure if he left for a while. I mean, I follow him on Twitter, and like until that you posted that, like I kind of forgot about even looking into it, and I did notice that he left, and that kind of sucks because he was a really good drummer. I mean, I stopped listening to Sum 41 anyway. I mean, their old stuff is really great, and when he does backing vocals, he does some really cool stuff, like in Thanks for Nothing, and I think he did that Pain for Pleasure song or whatever. But you know, it does suck for them because they're definitely losing like all good members. You know, I mean, you can't really replace Dave, and I mean, you could definitely find another good drummer, but Steve was pretty great. He also asked, "What do I think of Smash Mouth?" I don't know. They're catchy, I guess, but I mean, it's not something I really listen to. And final question, Emilian asks, "Are you in any band right now?" Not currently. Do you want to be in one? Sure. He says, "You're the one that inspired me to start playing guitar." Cool. You know. I wouldn't mind being in a band right now. I mean, my work schedule just sucks. If I was working like a 9 to 5 or something like a set schedule every day, it'd be a lot easier to try and do something like that. But sometimes I'm working nights, sometimes I'm working mornings, so it's all over the place, and it's just a pain in the ass. So it's really not the easiest thing to try and do right now. So that's like the biggest reason why I'm not in one. And it is also kind of hard to find someone that's really like exactly into the same type of music I am. I know that even that's like expecting a little too much because not every band member likes the same thing everybody else does. But I don't know. Well, that's it. I don't even know how long this video is. Pretty fucking long, probably. But thanks for watching, and we'll do another one next month. If you follow me on Facebook, I'll definitely post something around like the 29th or 30th of the month, asking for questions that people want to ask me. So feel free to check that out, and thanks for watching all my stuff, and there'll be plenty more videos to come.